Welcome, loyal viewers, to a new edition of Newton Daily News Sports Chat. Obviously, it's been a while since we've been on the air here. You notice Mike Hockett's no longer here. May I present Dustin Turner. As always, I'm Shane Lucas. We had some big changes, obviously, in the weather since the last time we met, and in the newsroom as well. So, Dustin, why don't you introduce yourself to the people of Jasper County here?
Well, my name is Dustin Turner. You've probably seen me walking up and down the baselines at basketball games. I covered the swim meet last week as well. From San Diego, and I've been pretty much covering sports, ever since freshman year of high school or so. But Newton presents a few new opportunities for me. The Speedway is one huge one. Wrestling, I've noticed, is a pretty big deal around here. So I'm really excited to cover some new sports and to get to know the people of Newton. And so let's dive into what's been going around.
Well, last night we had a busy night in the county. Newton basketball lost a few tough ones to Pella Christian, ended up being a sweep on the season. The girls, Newton girls are still, they're playing their game, they're playing tough, just kind of undermatched for a lot of these years.
Very scrappy team. Yeah.
Scrappy is a good way to put it. Pella Christian girls are right on the verge of being ranked. The boys have been right on the verge of being ranked as well. So, just kind of another tough challenge for them. They're now getting into the thick of the conference season. Last year the girls really turned it on late, earned some late wins, so we'll see if they can do that again here. And you got your first glimpse of some area action with Prairie City Monroe and Colfax Mingo.
Right. I covered both PCM boys and girls last night. Both of them won pretty easily. The girls looked really sharp the whole way. Up 20 at halftime. Krisha Hausman had her biggest scoring effort of the year, 26 points. Coach Greer was very excited about that, very excited about the way they played on both sides of the ball, especially they just implemented new zone defense. So that's, it's in its early stages, but it looked really sharp. They were forcing a lot of turnovers. And then the guys looked good as well inside, really banging inside, and the guards got out on the break quite a bit, and it was a couple pretty entertaining games.
Yeah, PCM boys lost a lot from last year. Scott Bruxford, who wanted to play at University of Albany, but Coach Lawrenson still got them playing as high of a level as they played, so we'll see if they can make it to another state tournament here. And Colfax, as you mentioned in your story for today, kind of a tough record, but they have some major talent on both the girls and boys side.
Yeah, they battled quite a bit, especially on the boys side. Von Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Von Wilson. Yeah,
You're new.
He big lanky guy, and he's got some good post moves, and he gave PCM quite a bit of trouble in the second half of that game. They got some guys that can hit the three from the outside as well, and it's tough when a team can't seem to find a way to win games when a team has talent like that, but they do have a lot of talent, and it should be able to come together.
They've had a lot of games like that this year, so yeah, still time to come together. Yes. Moving forward now, tomorrow, Thursday, will be a big day for sports here in Newton. Swimming will have their final regular season duel before districts coming up in a few weeks. Now, obviously, you guys know by now, Mateos Pinto looking real strong at making state. A few of the relays, the seniors, Luke Norcross, Ryan Jolivet.
Yeah, I got my first look at Pinto last week. He's such a powerful swimmer, unbelievable. Yeah.
And actually, I don't know how much when you covered previously, but I guess it probably caught you by surprise how kind of loud and energetic those meets can get, especially when you
very boisterous. Yeah, I was really surprised, really impressed.
So yeah, they're swimming. Wrestling also has their final home duel of the year. It'll be senior night for Derek Hurt is among one, the heavyweight. A few other seniors on that team. They will face ADM in their final home duel, and they also have the conference meet coming up, which you'll be covering. And tomorrow, that'll be your first look at wrestling, and then you'll have the conference meet, which will be probably a little bit of a shock for your system, but you've picked up that wrestling is kind of a big deal here.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of the parents at the basketball game were talking about how they can't wait for the wrestling meet. So definitely a different sort of focus out here, but I'm really excited to see what it's going to be like.
Well, just warning, it isn't people hitting each other with chairs and all that kind of stuff. It's the
I was hoping someone was going through a table.
No, none of that. I don't know if the IHSA would sanction something like that, but it is our state sport, so you're definitely going to get your fill of these next few days in that. Some other news, big news of the week. Iowa Speedway announced that IndyCar is going to be changing up the heat races for the Iowa Corn Indy 250 this year. Last year was the first year they did that. It was actually the only heat races they did of the year. They did it just for Iowa Speedway. And kind of the big reception was for the drivers and for fans that, they wished that a little more was at stake in those heat races because, there wasn't much passing. It was kind of, tentative racing. Nobody wanted to mess anything up before the race. So now they made those changes. Should make things a little bit more entertaining. And like you said earlier, you're looking forward to covering Iowa Speedway. Probably don't have much prior big-time auto racing experience.
Right. I haven't really covered any auto racing whatsoever. We had a meeting last week with the gentlemen that run the Speedway, and they were very accommodating. They sound really excited about race season coming up, so I'm really excited to cover it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Speedway is definitely, over the past few years, I've written plenty of stories about how it's been growing. The hope is they're still looking for a Sprint Cup within the next few years. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff going on there. Iowa Speedway certainly doing its part in that. But we'll definitely, when that day comes, it'll definitely be a big boost to Iowa Speedway and Newman in general. So
a lot of big drivers coming through. It sounded like too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, IndyCar is the top of the top for open wheel. NASCAR nationwide, kind of the up and comers in NASCAR. So season's a few months away, so you can kind of get you some more high school sports before you dive into that. But definitely a good time out there. And that will actually wrap it up for us today. Expect us more regularly from here on out. Now that we're back to full strength at the desk here.
We're at double strength now, actually.
Double strength.
Double strength.
Correct. Right thing to say there. But yep, that'll wrap things up. Hopefully we see you out there at swimming and wrestling these next few days. See you out there in basketball games as winter sports wrap up. But in the meantime, stay warm and have a good one.
Shane Newton, Dustin Turner.